Hi, everyone. This is another version of Just the Good Stuff core class. Um, you'll need a ball, a Gertie ball, filled up pretty full, and a block and a roller, hopefully. If you don't have a block, it's okay. You can use the ball during that part, just something to squeeze between your knees. And as always, take care of yourself since you're not in a class and nobody like really keeping an eye on you. Just pay attention and listen to your body. Take breaks when you need to. Um, okay. Settle yourself with your low back in neutral. So just laying down, knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. Taking a couple breaths, just letting everything relax down into the floor. Tailbone is heavy. Nice big inhale, expanding your rib cage and your belly. And then exhale, let everything relax down into the floor. Trying to start from a place of relaxation. Let's take 2 more breaths like this. Inhaling and exhale. Good. One more breath. Inhaling, expanding rib cage and your belly. So getting some nice movement in your ribs. And then exhale, letting everything go. So then starting to warm up our belly. That low back is in neutral. Don't change the shape of your low back. You take an inhale, exhale, pull your belly in around your spine. So tightening that corset around your waist. You're going to hold through the inhale. So keep your belly engaged as you breathe into your rib cage. And then exhale, belly in just a little bit more. We're starting to warm up those abdominals. Holding here, 2 more breaths. Inhaling and exhale. Good. Last breath here. Inhaling. And then on the exhale, float one leg up into tabletop and then the other. Try not to let your low back change shape at all. So you've got your belly pulling in around your spine. Total stability in your low back. We're going to start to tap one toe to the floor, then the other. So just sort of waking up your abdominals. Belly's pulled in around your spine. Gently, slow and controlled, tapping those toes down towards the floor. See if you can't keep the tension out of your neck and shoulders. So maybe shake your head around if you have to. Just breathing. 3 more here. Pause in tabletop. Flex your feet so you pull your toes back towards you. You're going to tap one heel to the floor, then the other. If this ever feels precarious in your low back, like a little unstable, you can always shift into flat back. So you can press your low back down towards the floor. But ideally, if you can stay in neutral, it's a better place to train. It's a little more functional. A couple more here. 2, 1, good. Go ahead and bring your knees in toward your chest for just a second. Hug them in. And then you're going to settle them back a little bit closer than 90 degrees. So they're a little closer in towards your chest. Toes pull back towards you, hands come to the fronts of your thighs. We're going to do one of our isometrics. So you're just going to start to press your hands into your legs. Don't let your legs move. Slowly building up pressure. Just really feeling everything start to engage. You should feel that corset wrapping all the way around you into your low back even. All of those things working. Shake your head around a little bit. Stay out of your neck. Just keep breathing, holding this. It's a prolonged hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring your legs in again. Hug them in for a second. Nice big breath. And then settle those feet back onto the floor. We're going to go into our upper abs. So you're going to interlace your hands behind your head. This time we're going to shift into flat back. So you're going to go ahead, take an inhale. On the exhale, let your pelvis rock. pressing that low back down towards the floor. So you go into that posterior pelvic tilt, belly's pulling down towards the floor. Take another inhale. On the exhale, come up into your upper abdominal curl. So nice and lifted, you got the space of about an apricot underneath your chin. You're lifting up around your sternum. Hold up here for a second. Belly's dropping down towards the floor. Good, take an inhale, exhale, rolling back down. Again, inhaling, exhale, up you go. Head is heavy in your hands, relax your head, right? So don't crank on your neck. You're lifting from your abdominals. We're gonna add some little pulses. You're gonna lift up towards the ceiling, lifting for 8, 7, 6, 5, belly's dropping, 4, 3, 2, 1, rolling back down. Good, one more like that. Inhale, exhale, up you go. Head is heavy. We're lifting up around our sternum. Ready for 8, 7, 6. Nice and slow and controlled. 4, don't crank on your neck. 2, 1, lovely. Come back down. Keeping your hands interlaced behind your head, we're going to add our legs to our upper ab activity here. So bring your legs up. Normally we have them in like a tabletop position, but I want you to let your shins kind of drop so your knees are kind of tucked in, right? And they're tucked in towards your body a little bit more, so a little more curled up in a ball. Take an inhale here, exhale up into your upper ab curl. So we're sort of in this like tight little bunched up ball, still really supporting your head and your hands. So keeping your knees kind of bunched up, really bent, we're going to tap one toe to the floor and come back up. So I'm not stretching my legs out. I'm trying to tap my toe kind of as close to my butt as I can. Really controlling it, pressing that low back down towards the floor, staying lifted in your upper ab curl. Head is heavy in your hands. 3 more, 3, stay lifted, 2, 1, lovely, come back down for a second. Good. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to tap our legs together, right? Both of them together. So instead of single legs. So here we go. Inhale, exhale, up into your upper ab curl. Stay lifted, supported. Low back pulled down towards the floor. Here we go, both legs together. Tap it and up. 2, 3, low back. Really pressing down towards the floor. You're scooping that belly. 4, stay lifted in your upper abs. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Come down, rest. 1 more. If this is ever bothering you to be up in this upper ab curl, you could do these with your body, with your upper body staying down. It's an option as well, but you just get more bang for your buck if you lift. Okay, last one. Inhale, exhale, up into your upper ab curl. Belly's dropping, pulling in down towards the floor. We're just going to tap the right toe, come back up, tap the left toe, come back up, and now we're going to extend. Right leg goes out and in, left leg out and in. Keep going with the stretching it out. Right leg and in, left and in. Stay lifted in your upper ab curl, out and in. 2 more each side. And in. Don't let yourself fall down. Last one. Lifting upper ab curl. Last one. Beautiful. Come down. Oh. No abs. All right, go ahead and find your block. We're going to do our bridges. So you're going to place, if you don't have a block, you can place your ball in between your knees. So your feet are hip distance apart. Block goes between your legs. Hands are down by your side. Let's just take a nice inhale. On the exhale, start to squeeze that block in between your knees. So just hanging out here warming up that whole middle line. Keep squeezing inner thighs. Take an inhale, exhale, pull your belly in, press your low back down towards the floor, and then float all the way up into your bridge. So hang out up here in this bridge. We're looking to ideally be a straight line from your armpit out through your knees. And just kind of mentally check in with your body. Neck and shoulders nice and relaxed. Belly pulling in. Pubic bone pulling towards your rib cage so you're nice and tucked in that pelvis. You should feel your glutes engage more. Inner thigh squeezing that block. Take an inhale, exhale. Drop your sternum, lowering down one vertebra at a time. Try to lengthen your tailbone away as you come all the way down. Relax everything at the bottom. Take an inhale, exhale, squeezing inner thighs. Press yourself back up into your bridge. Nice and lifted. Neck and shoulders relaxed. Belly engaged. Pubic bone pulling towards your rib cage. Here we go. We're going to pulse these knees. Squeezing the block. Ready? Squeezing for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep your hips lifted. 4, 3, 2. Hold the squeeze. We're going to pulse the pelvis up, lifting for 8, 7, 6. Keep squeezing inner thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rolling down, lengthening your tailbone. Good, big inhale at the bottom. Exhale, squeezing inner thighs, pressing up into your bridge. Back of your neck, nice and long. Here we go. Pulse those knees together for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the squeeze. Lift the pelvis up towards the ceiling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rolling back down. Couple more sets of these. Inhaling, exhale, back up you go. Nice and lifted. Belly's pulled in. Here we go. Pulse the knees together for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the squeeze. Lift the pelvis up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rolling down. We have one more set. Just like that. Inhale, exhale, pressing back up. Nice and lifted. Inner thighs squeezing. Here we go. Pulsing the knees for 4, 3, 2. Hold the squeeze. Lift the pelvis for 4, 3, 2, 1. Rolling down. Take the block out. We have one last. We're going to do some single leg bridges really quick. And then we'll do a nice hamstring stretch. So just finding yourself back in that bridge position, right? We have nothing in between our knees. We're going to float your left leg into tabletop. So when we lift, we're going to be pressing up and lowering in and out of a bridge, right? I want you to think about leading with your left knee. So don't let the left side of your pelvis drop down towards the floor. So it's like somebody grabs onto your left knee and lifts that part up towards the ceiling, and that's how you get there. Belly engages. Here we go. You're going to press into that right foot, lift the left knee, squeezing that glute for 6 and lower. 5, 4, belly, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Come down. Let's switch legs. Floating that right leg up. So think about lifting with this right knee. Pressing into the left. Belly's engaged. Here we go. Lifting for 6, 5. Squeezing your glute. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Come down. Let's go ahead and do a hamstring stretch. So grab on behind that left leg. You can either keep your right knee bent or you can straighten it out long. You can do some pointing and flexing of that toe, that ankle on the left. Maybe circle it around. Think about keeping the back of your neck nice and long. Circle one direction, then the other. Let's do just a little bit of an internal rotation of that left hip and then come across your body. So you get a little bit more of that outer hip IT band. Couple breaths here. Good. And then let's go ahead and switch legs. So grab on behind the right. Stretch the left leg out or keep it bent, whatever feels most necessary. Pointing and flexing that right ankle, circling around. Back of your neck nice and long. And internally rotate that right leg, bring it across your body ever so slightly. Really feeling that whole hip stretch. Good. Maybe circle those hips around for a second, and then you're going to make your way over onto all fours. So have your ball nearby. We're going to use that in a second. First, let's just do a couple of cat-cows to loosen up your spine. So your hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are under your hips. Take an inhale, exhale. Belly pulls in, pressing everything up towards the ceiling. Rounding. Letting yourself come back down towards the floor. Extension. So just working your way through a couple cat-cows. Letting yourself move however you need to. If you need to add some side bending, some rotation. Just looking for the points of restriction in your system. One more big breath each direction. And down. Good. And then settle yourself in neutral. We're going to do one set of our alternating arm legs just without the ball for starters. So in this position, you always stay pressed up in between your shoulder blades, right? You're not sinking down. Stay lifted. I want you to imagine you have a wall on the outside of your right hip. You're already up against it, so you're not going to shift to the right anymore with those hips. Take your left leg straight out. Opposite arm goes out. Just hang here. See how still and stable you can be. Pressing away from the floor through that left arm, lifting your sternum. Left glute squeezing. Belly's pulled in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Again, in neutral, lifted in between your shoulder blades. Now that wall is on the outside of your left hip. You're not going to shift your hips to the left. Here we go. Take your right leg straight out. Opposite arm goes out. Pressed up in between your shoulder blades. Right glute nice and strong. Squeezing your abdominals on the right, especially to keep that side lifted. Staying still for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come down, maybe sit back. Child's pose for just a second. Stretch everything out. Get off your wrists and shoulders. Roll them around. All right, now we're going to add a little bit of instability. So you're going to take the ball, place it under your right knee, shin. So see how I'm not quite on my knees and centered, I'm a little bit lower. And you're going to need that right toe to probably stay on the ground. Both hands are on the floor, pressed up in between your shoulder blades. Belly pulls in. Let's just take that left leg out. So just find your stability here. And now we're going to start to move this left leg. We're going to come in towards our chest and out. Just in and out here. 3, 4, 2 more. 6,
Beautiful. Rest back down for a second. Rest that left knee. Rock back off your arms for just a second. All right, so now we're going to add one more little motion with the leg. We're going to go in and out, but when we out, we're tapping down and up. So here we go. You're back on that right knee is on the ball. Lift it in between your shoulder blades. Take your your left leg out. Here we go. We come in, go out, keep the leg straight, tap down and lift. In and out, tap and lift. 3 and out, tap, lift. 2 more. 4, out, tap, lift. Last one. Out, tap, lift. Lovely. Come down. Whew, a lot happening on that stabilizing leg. Here we go. Switching sides. So you're going to bring the ball underneath that left. Kind of shin. Keep that toe planted on the ground. Lift it in between your shoulder blades. Belly pulls in. Go ahead and take that right leg out. Find some stability. Here we go. In and out with that right leg. 6 and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and out. Good. Set your right knee down again for a sec. You can maybe shake your wrists out. We're going to do 5 of our little tapping the toe down. So here we go. Finding your way back out into your all fours position. Left knee on the ball. Go ahead and unweight that right. Stretch it out long. Here we go. It comes in towards your chest. Out. Tap it down to the floor and lift. In and out. Tap and lift. 3 and out. Lower. Lift. 2 more. In and out. Lower and lift. Last one. And out. Lower and lift. Oh. Whew. Take that ball out, sit back, child's pose. Stretch things out for a second. Roll your wrists around. I think maybe we come up and do our standing stuff and then come back to our planks, give our shoulders a little bit of a rest. So we're going to come up to standing. We're going to do our, I have to take a sip of water. We're going to do some squats and then some single leg lift balance. So let's just do a little bit of finding our really good squat form for a second. So feet are right down underneath your hips. Just practice coming into your squat. The thing you're looking for in the front, right, is that the center of your kneecap is over your second toe, so you're not letting your knees collapse. Pressing down to the floor, squeezing glutes and quads. From the side, sits bones reaching back, right? So my weight, imagine there's a wall here that I'm not going forward of. Nice neutral spine. So just start to go in and out of this squat. Just really feeling the motion. Imagine you have like a brace on your low back. So you're just hinging at your hip. Your low back is not changing shape. Breathing. Squeezing, pressing down into the floor to lift you back up. Squeeze those glutes and your quads each time. 5. And then we're going to start to add some balance. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to press up, lift one leg, stay here. Find your balance point. Think of your belly pulling that leg up to keep you balanced. We're going to place the foot down and do 5 squats in between. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, press. 1, lift that right leg, come to standing. Tall, balanced. Tall through the crown of your head. Breathing. Whoa. Don't watch me. Here we go, foot back down, 5 more squats. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift that left leg. Holding. Balancing, good. Step back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the right. Plant your body. Find that balance, grounded. Good, here we go. We're going to 4 squats. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the left. Grounded through the right. Back down a little bit faster now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting the right. I think we're going for 3 squats now. 3, 2, 1. Lift the left leg. Holding. Whoa. It's really good recovery from your ankle sprains. Here we go. Plant that foot. 3 squats. 3, 2, 1. Coming up with the right leg. Good. 2 squats. 1, 2. Lift the left. Plant that foot. 2 squats. 1, 2. Lift the right. Then let's just do a couple where you go into a nice squat, lift. Nice squat, lift. Find your balance each time. Give it a second. So don't just use momentum, make yourself stop here. And then kind of once you've got your balance, you can go back into that squat. Good. Last couple. Last one. Good. Shake it out for a second. We're going to do our last little bit. When we do, so we're going to do where we come into kind of a single leg squat and we're going to tap this opposite leg, right? So the important thing when you're in this position, challenge yourself, kind of be as low as you can be in that squat. If you're really in this single leg squat, it's intense on this standing leg. So see what you can do there, right? So here we go. Find your squat. Get yourself settled. Weight bear into that right leg. I'm going to show you from the side. We're going to tap to the back and up. If your balance is really sketchy right now, have something near you to hold on to. 4, never putting this left leg down. I'm just tapping. 6, 7, 3 more. 8, 9, 10. Stand up for just 1 sec. And then back down you go. Same leg. We're going to go out to the side. So your weight bearing into this right leg. Here we go, tapping. 10, 9, 8, 7, oh my gosh, 6, 5, watch your alignment, 4, 3, oh my God, 2, 1. Whew. That's good stuff, man. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go this way. So find your nice squat with your other side. Weight bear into that left leg. Here we go to the back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Stand up for just a sec. Last bit. Down you go. Weight bear into that left. Unweight the right to the back. Oh no, I'm sorry, to the side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out for just a second. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna grab a drink of water. We're gonna meet back down on the floor for our planks. Oh my God. Whew. Okay. Oh, hips. All right. So we're gonna do one sort of different plank than we normally do. Kind of a combination of our bear plank that we do and a regular plank. I'll just show you for a second. You're gonna be in your all fours position. We're gonna step one leg out, then the other. And then you're gonna rock back, not touching your knees down, and come back out. So we sort of rock back into this past the bear plank position, right? So when you're ready, find your all fours position, lift it in between your shoulder blades, belly's pulled in, step one leg out and then the other. And then we're gonna rock back, come back to that strong plank. 2, out, 3. Keep that neutral low back, so I'm not rounding my back, hinging at the hip. 5, 6, 7, belly. 3 more. 8, 9, last one. 10, find your plank, hold for a second. Come down, sit back. Child's pose, get off your shoulders and wrists, maybe roll your wrists around. Good. And then we're gonna do one set on our forearms, a forearm plank, but we're gonna add a little bit of leg motion also. So when you're out here, we're just gonna do some tapping of these knees, right? So here we go, find your forearms, lift it in between your shoulder blades, take one leg out, then the other, lower those hips so you have your nice line, and then here we go. Tap one knee to the floor, and then the other. Keeping completely stable in that back, that belly lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Sit back again. Breathing. Roll your wrists around. So let's just do 2 more regular planks with a break in between. And as always, when you want to take your break, you can either go into child's pose or you can do just a down dog. So here we go. Back out in your all fours position, belly pulling in. Step one leg out, then the other. We're just gonna hold this plank. You're pressing away from the floor. Thinking of lifting that sternum up towards the ceiling, belly pulling up away from the floor. Nice and strong. 3, 2, 1. Find a rest position. Child's pose, down dog, whatever feels good. We're gonna do one last plank. And here we go, inhaling, exhale, out you go. Belly, belly, belly. And you can always add whatever you want to these. You could do a little mountain climber. You could lift one leg. You can make these as challenging as you want to. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Sit back. Let's do our side bent child's pose. So go ahead and walk yourself all the way back, sitting back in child's pose. And then you're going to walk both hands off to the right, dropping that left sit bone down and away. Just breathing and stretching out that whole left side. I like to traction my left arm into the floor a little bit, kind of pushing, pulling that hip away. A couple more breaths. Good, and then walk your hands through the center off to the left, dropping that right sit bone down and away. Breathing. Maybe tractioning that right arm into the floor a little bit. Good, and then walk those hands back to the center. Big inhale here. Exhale, stacking that spine back up. Maybe bring those arms behind you, opening up through your chest. Circle them around. And then let's do our side legs. So you're going to come onto your right side. Lined up with the back of your mat, but then bring those feet forward, legs forward towards the front corner. You can gently press that bottom foot into the floor, helping you stabilize. And then I want you to think about lengthening your top waist. So as if I could slide my hand underneath your waist on the bottom. And when we do this first set, well, really all of it, but I want you to see how still you can keep your torso. So literally think about zero motion from the waist up, from your hip up. So go ahead and lift that top leg, ankle even with your hip. You're going to kick to the front, do a little pulse to the back, little pulse. Kick, kick, and back. But as you're doing this, belly is super engaged. No motion at your torso. Kick and back. Kick, kick, and back. You have to really use your belly when you stabilize your torso. And back. 3, and back. 2, and back. Last one. And back. Lined up with your bottom leg, up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that top leg back so it's in line with your body, up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back by your bottom leg, small circles. 8. Same thing, no motion here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. We're going to straighten ourselves out in a straight line. So you're in line with the back of your mat. You're gonna need your hand on the floor in front of you if it wasn't there. You could try without it, I suppose, but it's pretty unstable. Belly's engaged. You're gonna lift that top leg, hold it up here. Bring the bottom one up to meet it. Squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, belly, 2. Hold it up there. Big scissor kicks. 7, controlled. 6, 5, belly. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, come on to your belly. Relax everything down. Head on your hands. Just breathe for a second. Let everything settle. And then we're going to start to wake up the muscles in the back of your body. So imagine you have a thumbtack underneath your belly button. You're just going to gently pull up away from the floor. Go ahead and squeeze that left glute. Float your left leg up off the floor. Doesn't have to be super high. Just want your leg as straight as it can be. And then come back down. Belly engages, right glute squeezes, float that right leg up. Breathing. And lower. Again, on the left. Belly gently engages, left leg lifts. And lower. One more time on the right. And lower. All right, we're gonna add our upper body. So you're gonna bring your arms down by your side. Palms facing your body, pinkies towards the ceiling. And we need to lock your arms out. So squeeze your triceps. Get the backs of your arms fired up. You're gonna reach your fingertips towards your feet. Shoulders nice and open. Go ahead, inhale. Exhale, lift your upper body up off the floor. So hands, arms are lifted. Really engaged in this upper body. I'm squeezing my triceps, opening up the front of my chest. Here we go. Inhale, exhale. Float your legs up off the floor. Maybe everything lifts a little bit more. Here we go. We start to kick those legs like you're swimming. Keep being really active in those arms. So fire your triceps, squeezing. Shoulders open, reaching fingertips towards your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering back down, rest. Head on your arms again. So we're going to do one more set of those. If you want to do the exact same thing with your arms, you can, or you can add in, I'm just going to show you what it looks like. This motion is coming up to a T, right? So you would start here. You swim your shoulders down away from your ears. You come up to a T, palms facing the floor, and then you swim back to this I position. Out to a T, and back down. So if you want, you can add that in. Keep those shoulders down away from your ears the whole time, kicking the legs. So here we go. One more set. Inhaling, exhale. Float everything up off the floor. Arms are locked out, triceps firing, reaching down towards your toes, shoulders open. Here we go. Start kicking those legs. And then if you want, you start swimming those arms up to a T. Squeeze back down to a T and down. Legs are straight and strong. Can't snap and do that at the same time. 5, 4, 3, elbows locked out. 1, beautiful, come down. Let's press back in child's pose for a second. Take your body into flexion, your spine. Breathing. Good. Working your way onto your left side. We're going to do our other side leg. So we were lined up with the back of your mat, and then those legs come forward towards the front corner. Remember, you're gently pressing that bottom foot into the floor. Lengthening your top waist so that you have some space underneath the bottom part. Stable, stable, stable from your hip up, right? Here we go. Lift this top leg, ankles even with your hip, kick to the front, little pulse to the back, little pulse. Kick, kick, and back. No movement, kick, kick from your hip up. 3, and back. 4, and back. 5, 6, and back. 2 more, and back. Last one. Kick, and back. Lined up with your bottom leg up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top leg comes back so it's in line with your body, up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back by your bottom leg, small circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Last thing, you bring yourself into a nice straight line. You're gonna want your hand on the floor in front of you. Top leg's gonna lift, hold it up there. Bottom one comes up to meet it for 8. Squeezing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up there. Big flutter kicks. 7, 6, 5, 4. Belly. 3, 2, 1. Good. Guess they're more like scissor kicks, huh? Come onto your back. Let's do a figure 4 stretch. Cross one ankle over the other knee. Bring that knee in towards your chest. Back of your neck is nice and long. You can take those legs side to side a little bit and kind of feel into that stretch. What spot needs it the most, and then just hang out there. Breathing. Keeping the back of your neck nice and long. Maybe you take your head side to side a little bit and just loosen things up. And then go ahead and switch legs. And again, taking those legs side to side and feeling into the hips, you're stretching. Breathing. And then since we did a whole lot of legs and hips, let's do a kind of an all together release of these hips real quick. So grab your roller. Let's get into your quads first. So you're going to be face down on the roller. Fronts of your legs. And you're just going to start to roll out those quads. Toes pointed down towards the floor to start. So you're really getting the front part of those legs. Trying to relax your legs into the roller. Trying not to brace against it. Trying to work your way all the way, checking in from just above your knee, all the way up to your hip. You can also add a bend of your knee, one or both. And then when you want, you can externally rotate those legs, heels together, toes apart, getting a little bit more of that inner thigh. Breathing. You can kind of shift your hips side to side a little bit, kind of leaning into one leg more. Just whatever feels like it needs it. Maybe take another 30 to 45 seconds on this front part. Couple more nice breaths. And then you're going to go ahead and roll onto your side for your IT band. And if it's super intense, you can take that foot to the floor in front, kind of take some weight off. Or if it feels fine, you can stack your legs. You're looking to try to relax your leg into the roller. Just rolling that IT band, that whole side of your thigh, essentially. And remember, you can take your top hip and move it forward in space a little bit and get more of where that IT band attaches into your quad. Or you can roll back in space and get more of where it attaches into your hamstring. So just check in with whatever might need it. Breathing. A few more big breaths on this side. Again, relaxing your leg. And then you're going to go ahead and switch to that other IT band, other side. Again, touching base with the whole thing, right? Just above your knee, all the way up to your hip. Don't roll over your knee joint. Stay in the area just above it. And then up to your hip. Again, you can take that top hip forward in space a little bit, or back. Checking in with different parts of your leg. If it's super tender and painful, you put this top leg on the floor to take some weight off. Breathing. After we finish up this side, we're going to do a nice hip opener over the roller to sort of stretch out your psoas. So a couple more nice breaths on this side. Relaxing your leg. Good. And then go ahead and come back onto your back with the roller underneath your knees. So you're in your bridge position. And then you're going to bridge up, bring the roller underneath your pelvis, so right underneath your sacrum. You're going to bring your right leg in towards your chest, hold it in there, and then you stretch your left leg out long. The knee that's in towards your chest, so really keeping this right knee pulled in, keeps your low back from arching, right? If you kind of let go of it, you'll feel your low back arch. But if you pull this in and tuck, it'll really increase the stretch because it keeps your pelvis in a posterior tilt. The other thing is try to keep this left leg kind of in midline, so don't let it fly way out to the side, right? Keep it in the midline of your body. Back of your neck, nice and long. Just breathing here. Lengthening through that left hip. It's a great exercise to do like at the end of the day if you've done a lot of sitting, to just open up these hips. So then go ahead and bend that left knee, bring it in towards your chest. Take the right one out long. Breathing, back of your neck is long, right leg in midline. Couple more breaths here. And then we're just going to do a little upper back roll out. Good. And then to come out of this, you bring both feet back to the floor, bridge up, roll the roller out. And then we're just going to switch to our upper back. I like to do a little bit of segmental mobility first. So you just sort of pick a spot mid back, your butt stays on the ground, hands interlaced behind your head. Let yourself extend over the roller. You can take your elbows narrow and wide. You can kind of open up, mobilize those shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale, rounding back up. And then you can move up a segment or down depending on where you started. And you can just kind of go segment by segment for a few, taking that back into extension. And then when you're ready, you can certainly keep your head supported, lift your butt, and just roll out through that upper back. You can side bend, rotate a little bit, get underneath those shoulder blades. Just use this as your massager for those scapular muscles. We did a lot of stability stuff in there. And then when you're done with that, it's always nice to do a little bit of neck release. You just lay on the roller like a pillow, and you can hold on to it if it feels like it's going to fly away. And then just take your head side to side like you're saying no. Just releasing some of those suboccipital muscles, base of your skull. Always being sure to drink lots of extra water after you do this stuff. Good work, team.